Okay, part 2 of my top 12 hot-blooded anime opening themes. Let's go right straight to it. Number 5. Asue no Toshi, the opening to Ring ni Kakeru 1. Now, I've already done the review of Ring ni Kakeru 1, so I've kind of already talked about why this is a good opening. It just fits Ring ni Kakeru 1 perfectly. And really, in a sense, most of the anime adaptations of Masami Kurumada's mangas have had pretty hot-blooded opening themes. And this is one of my personal favorites. So, I mean, just listen to it. It really is the kind of opening that you're gonna get a hot-blooded action show out of. I'll be honest. I came down with a lot of potential candidates. To knock it down to 12 was really tough. So, and I'll be honest, I mean, I got Ashita no Joe, and here's Ring ni Kakeru 1. I tried getting Hajime no Ippo, but really, when I listened to them, none of the openings really sounded like they were hot-blooded. They just sounded like really good rock songs. None of them really had that kind of passion in them. I will admit, Heki Reki from Hajime no Ippo's recent season, New Challenger, definitely was close. It was definitely really close for me to really consider it as a hot-blooded opening theme, but there's no shame in being just really good rock songs, and for Ippo, that works just fine. But here's Ring ni Kakeru 1's Asue no Toshi. I doubt Season 3 is going to use it, but hopefully the new opening, if there is going to be one, will be just as good, if not better. Number 4. Heat, the second opening to Getter Robo Armageddon. Now, like I said, it's down to franchises. Getter Robo has a lot of great openings. The original is just as memorable, just as hot-blooded. You got Storm from Shin Getter vs. Neo Getter. You got Dragon from New Getter Robo. You got the first opening. This is the time for Getter Robo again, but nothing. I think probably the one that represents, hot-blooded openings for Getter Robo is Heat's. Song, of course, by Hironobu Kageyama, and again, come on, it's Hironobu Kageyama. He's literally called the Prince of Anisan, anime songs. I could do a whole list based on Hironobu Kageyama. That's pretty much, as I said, I restricted to one song per franchise and one song per artist. I could just fill the whole list with Hironobu Kageyama, but I want to be fair. So that he's on the list, and of course he's going to be in a high spot. Heats is the perfect song to just get you want to keep watching the show, the action, the blood, the combination sequences, all within the opening. Heats is definitely, by far, one of the best hot-blooded anime openings you can ever watch. It does its job beautifully and will always get you excited to watch the next episode of Getter Robo Armageddon. Bit of an odd story, but definitely worth watching. Number 3. Gai King, the opening to Gai King, Legend of Daiku Maru, sung by Psychic Lover. Psychic Lover has a lot of good, openings, a number of hot-blooded ones. They're definitely, in my opinion, in a sense, the next generation of what Jam Project does. But Gai King is by far, I think, the magnum opus of anime opening, of just songs that Psychic Lover has done. Oh, look, he screamed Gai King and an island explodes. It's the kind of song, that gets you chanting the name of the mech right at the beginning. Great beat to it. There's nothing bad I can say about Gai King. I personally have not seen Gai King. I hopefully will one day. But really, with an opening like this, why haven't I watched this yet? This is this is number 3. At this point, these have to be openings that are gonna make you want to watch the show. They're the kind of openings that you do not want to skip if you're watching multiple episodes. You just want to keep watching this opening over and over. That's pretty much it. It's exciting. It's fun. It gets you. It's the perfect epitome of what a hot-blooded anime opening should be. But there's still 2 more ahead of it. So here we go. Number 2. Shout, the opening to Fuma no Kojuro Seiken Sensoen. Now this one may be a little weird because I don't think anyone's ever heard this opening, which is a shame because it is one of the is probably one of the most unknown yet most hot-blooded anime opening themes of all time. This is the anime adaptation of the second story arc of Masami Kurumada's Fuma no Kojiro manga. The first adaptation of the first arc, the Yasha and Ova, the Yasha chapter, that had a good opening. I mean, done by the same group, Nighthawks. Don't Go Away was definitely a good song, but once you hear Shout, you just can't compare. Don't Go Away cannot compare to Shout. This is Fuma no Kojiro is the manga that Kurumada did between Ring Nikkedo 1. It's after he finished that and before he started before he got to Saint Seiya. It lasted 10 volumes, and it's about pretty much remnants of the Fuma clan, of the ninjas. But in this one, they all use wooden swords as their weapons. Now, of course, so far it's been like, the opening is cool, this part's okay. What's so special about it? Listen. This was, the OVA, the manga was serialized back around 82 to 83. Beginning of 82 to end of 83, I believe. The OVAs were made pretty much, they went from 1989 to about 1991, 1992. So this is around the early 90s when you heard this opening. I don't think Nighthawks is even around anymore, but they are an excellent group. Any song they've done for Fuma no Kojiro is excellent, and Shout I think is probably their magnum opus. This is like their best song. This is actually a little longer. It's a 2-minute opening in this case, because it's an OVA. But it's so unknown, but it's so hot-blooded that it had to make number 2. But still, I mean, this was a pretty good opening. I mean, we had Gaiking at number 3. What could be number 1? At the same time, though, once you see it, you'll wonder, how could it not be number 1? Oh, yeah. It's Yusho Tanjo. But it's not just any Yusho Tanjo. It's the Grand Glorious Gathering version of Yusho Tanjo. From Gao Geiger, King of Braves, Gao Geiger Final, Grand Glorious Gathering. Now, admittedly, this televised airing of the Gao Geiger Final OVA is not really well liked, mainly because it censors stuff. It kind of drags stuff out from 8 episodes to 12. It's kind of cool how it adds in some Betterman references and ties those two shows together a little better. But nothing really special about it. You can just watch the OVA and that'll be the superior product. But no version of Yusho Tanjo is better than the Grand Glorious Gathering version. I mean, not only do you have Masaki Endo doing probably his best song, you have a male choir chanting Gao Geiger and other words along with him. I mean, just listen. It just makes the song even more epic than you could think. It just makes you want to sing along with these guys. Tanjo! Couldn't help that one. I couldn't help it on that one. So while the adaptation itself, the televised adaptations may not be that good, no version is better than the Grand Glorious Gathering version of Yusho Tanjo, and that is my number 1 pick for that is, in my opinion, the most hot-blooded anime opening theme of all time. Like I said, there's a lot of choices I had. I looked down to any of the ones I heard the full version of, and there was a lot of choices I had. I probably got I chose probably around maybe 30 songs, and to whittle it down to 12 is just tough. But, and you know what? I'll be honest, maybe within a year, maybe like in a year, I probably would create a different top 12, you never know. There's always going to be new openings, there's always going to be maybe openings I hadn't heard. Your top 12 will it could definitely vary compared to mine. So, if you want to tell me what's your top hot-blooded anime openings of all time, go ahead. But this is my top 12, and I hope you enjoyed it.